Okay, so this problem asks me to find the product of 42 and 8/10 and 3 and 6/10. And I know that product means that I multiply. So I'm going to multiply these two numbers. And the first step in multiplying decimals is to find an estimate. So 42 and 8/10 is close to, I'm going to say 40. I know that the whole number that it's closest to is 43, but I can't easily multiply 43, so I'm just going to use 40, a nice round number. And I know that 3 and 6/10 is closest to 4. I'll do that, all right. So now my estimate is 40 times 4. I know that 4 times 4 is 16, and now I just need to add a 0. So my answer should be somewhere around 160. Now I'm ready to multiply. When I multiply decimals, I want to treat these numbers as whole numbers. I'm going to forget about the decimal for now and then use my estimate to go put it back later. So I'm going to set up a box to multiply with. And I've got a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. Okay, so I'm pretending like this number is 428 and this number is 36. So my values are 400, 20, and 8, and then for this number I've got a 30 and a 6. And now I'm ready to multiply. So in this box I'm multiplying what's right above it and what's to the side of it. So 400 times 30. You can write your multiplication, the numbers you're multiplying in the box if you want to. I'm only going to write it in this one to show you a possibility, and for the rest I'm not going to do that. So all right, again, using my base numbers, 4 times 3 is 12, and then I've got 1, 2, 3 zeros to add, so 1, 2, 3. For this box, I'm multiplying what's above it and what's beside it, so I'm doing 400 times 6. I know that 6 times 4 is 24, and then 1, 2 zeros. I have no zeros to add here. For this box, what's above it is 20, what's beside it is 30. 2 times 3 is 6. Adding 1, 2 zeros. In this box, what's above it is 20, what's beside it is 6. So 2 times 6 is 12, and I've got 1 0 to add. In this box, 8 is right above, 30 is beside, so 8 times 3 is 24, and I have 1 0 to add. Then in this box, 8 is right above, 6 is right beside, and 6 times 8 is 48. Now I'm going to add up all of my products. 1,200. If your numbers tend to get a little bit messy, something you can do to help yourself is you can draw columns. You can also use grid paper if it's helpful for you. Okay, so I got 1,200, 2,400, 600, 120, 240, and 48. Okay, now I'm going to add all my values together. So all of these numbers equal 8. I've got a 2 and a 4, which equals 6, plus 4 is 10. 4 and 6 is 10, plus 1 is 11, 12, 13, and 14. 1 and 2 and 2 is 5, and then 1 is 6. So here's the answer that I ended up with, 15408. I need to place my decimal in a place that will make it as close to 160 as possible. So all my options are here. I can place it here, but that would make it 15,000, and that's too much. Place it here, but that would still be 1,540 and 8/10, and that's too much. Here, I've got the number that's 154, so that's pretty close to 160. If I place the decimal here, it's 15 and 408 thousandths, and I'm going to go ahead and stop there because I found the answer that's closest. It's 154 and 8/100ths. So this is my final answer, and it's close to my estimate, as close as I can get with those numbers. So there it is.